Alright, I'm gonna be straight up with you. This video has no points, no big ending, no hidden message, nothing waiting for you at the end. But I don't think that you're going to leave, and you'll understand exactly why by the end of this video. Now pause for a second. Because what I just did there, that's called delayed payoff. And I told you that there's nothing here, and then immediately told you that you'll understand why later. So now there's a reason to stay, even if the reason is literally just an explanation for an issue that I made up and doesn't matter to you. And at the same time, I kind of challenged you, because now if you're gonna leave early, you don't get to find out. That's called the challenge hook. It makes leaving feel like losing, and people hate losing more than they like gaining. So now that you're here, your brain's doing something kind of interesting. You know how I said there's no points, but you don't fully believe me, because what if I'm lying? That's called the curiosity gap. It's the space between what you know and what you think might be true. And that gap alone can carry attention for way longer than actual content. So go, click off this video right now. But I know you're not going to, because of a thing called reverse psychology. People like being rebellious. They don't like being told what to do. So if you want to make someone do something, just tell them exactly what not to do and give them the illusion of the choice. And they will do exactly what you tell them not to do, which is exactly what you wanted them to do. Also, listen to how I'm talking right now. Slower, more spaced out. That's called pacing for perceived importance. When something is delivered slowly, your brain assumes it matters more. Like I'm building to something, even if I'm not. If I was just like, yeah, this video is no point, I'm just explaining retention tricks, you'd be gone already. But because it feels intentional, you assume there's a reason to stay. Actually, watch this. Yeah, nothing happened, but you waited. For a second, you thought something might happen. That's called a pattern interrupt. Breaking the flow, breaking the flow, breaking the flow, breaking the flow forces your brain to pay attention. Even silence becomes engaging because it feels like something is missing. Now here's where it starts stacking. You've already spent a lot of time here. Not a ton, but enough. So now leaving feels a little bit worse than it did at the start. That's called the sunken cost fallacy. The more time you invest, the harder it is to walk away without feeling like you wasted it. And now I'm going to make that stronger. Right now you're probably thinking, okay, I get it. But you're still here because now you've already committed. I could end the video right now and it would prove everything I'm saying, but I'm not going to because now there's a new question in your head. How long is this going to happen? And that's called an open loop. It's just an unanswered question and your brain hates leaving things unfinished. So it keeps you here waiting for closure. Also, most people already left and you're still here. Like actually, that's social proof framing. By telling you other people left, I just made you staying here feel more intentional. Like you're part of a smaller group that gets it. And that feeling alone makes people stay longer. Alright, now move your cursor or tap pause on this video once and see how long you've been watching for. Look at that time. You've already been here a bit. That's called time anchoring. When people become aware of how long they've been watching, they're more likely to stay longer because now it feels like progress. And progress is addictive, even if you're not actually going anywhere. At this point, I haven't really given you anything. No story, not really any visuals, and no payoff. But you're still here because all these techniques are doing the same thing. They're not giving you any content. They're giving you that feeling that something is about to happen. Think about scrolling. You don't stay because every video is good. You stay because the next one might be good. And that might is everything. This is the exact same thing, except I removed the content and just left the might. And what's even crazier is I'm telling you exactly what I'm doing while I'm doing it. It's called self-aware transparency. You think that would break the effect, but it doesn't. Because understanding something doesn't stop you from experiencing it, even if it's literally nothing. You know that movies aren't real. You still get emotionally invested though. It's the same idea. At this point, you fully understand what's happening. There's no trick left. There's no hidden layer, and you get it, and yet you're still watching. So now it becomes a different question. Not what is he doing, but why am I still here? Why am I still watching? And that's called attention reflection, where the content turns back onto you. Instead of giving you something, it makes you analyze your own behavior, and that's way more engaging than any actual content. Now, I'm going to give you something else. I'm going to start acting like this video is about to end. So yeah, that's basically it. That's how all this works. But wait, not yet. The feeling you just had, like, oh, it's ending, that's a false ending. And it spikes your attention again, like an encore, because your brain re-engages to not miss the last part. And I can do that more than once. So now, this is where I finally explain why you stayed. You stayed because of a combination of things. The challenge made leaving feel like losing. The curiosity gap made you question what's real. The open loop kept you waiting for closure. And the sunk cost made leaving feel worse over time. And the pacing, the silence, and the pattern breaks made it feel like something way more important was always about to happen. But none of those actually gave you anything. They just made staying easier than leaving. And that's the whole point. You don't need content to hold attention. You just need to control the feeling around it. And now you've made it this far, which means even right now, leaving would feel kind of weird. So you stay a little bit longer and longer until eventually you reach the end and realize there was never anything here. You just didn't want to leave. And that's how you make somebody watch nothing. You can go now or don't. It doesn't really matter anymore. And now I just tricked you into watching nothing. But was it really nothing? Because now you know why you just watched nothing. So leave a like and go do something.